Hey everybody, welcome to the Yardcast. It's Friday, Black Friday actually, the day after Thanksgiving. I hope everyone had a great holiday. And today is probably a day that a lot of you are going to be decorating your houses. So I thought it might be interesting to do an episode about decorating your house. I mean, it's not technically yard work, but it is part of the exterior of your house, which I think is the domain of this show. So I thought I'd give you a few quick tips that I've learned from decorating my house over the years to help make things go a little smoother and be safer for you. So the first step is to have a plan. Know what you have, what decorations you have, what kind of lights you have, how many of each you have, know all your extension cords, and know where they're all going to go. If you have to, write it out, what bushes you're going to put lights on, how many lights go across the front of the roof of the house. The more you plan ahead, the easier, the more smoothly things are going to go when you actually go to hang up the decorations. I can't tell you how much time I've wasted hooking up lights to an extension cord that seemed too long for that spot, and after I'd hooked up a bunch of other stuff, I found that another area I was left with an extension cord that wasn't long enough, and I had to go back and switch stuff out. If you go ahead and label your cords and your lights as to where they're going to go, things will go much smoother on the day of actually setting things up. Step 2 is another important part of preparation, and that's checking everything before you start setting it up. Check your lights. Make sure that they all work, that you don't have any bulbs that are burned out. Check all your extension cords. Make sure nothing is frayed or bent. Make sure they all work. Same thing with power strips, timers. The last thing you want to do is go ahead and get things set up, go to flip the switch, and find out half of your lights are burnt out. Then not only do they have to be replaced, but first you have to take it all down first, which is a huge pain in the butt. So going ahead and checking everything out first and making sure that it works before you put it up is going to save you a lot of hassle as well. Number 3 is safety, specifically ladder safety. Now, it goes without saying that setting up decorations can be dangerous, and you should take every precaution possible to avoid possible injury or damage or harm. There are a lot of needless accidents and injuries that happen because people aren't being totally safe. But I like to focus specifically on ladders because that's one that I use a lot. It's important to have somebody, if you're going to be up on a ladder, make sure you have somebody there to spot you. Even if you think you're up against something secure, you're leaning up against the side of the house, it's cold this time of year. You don't know if the ground is slick, if you're in the dirt, it could be muddy, you could lean, things could slide. You want to have somebody there holding the ladder. You want to have somebody there in case something goes wrong and needs to get help. A little bit of prevention now can save you a lot of worries later on. So be careful with your ladders. Make sure you have somebody there to help you. Number 4 is to go ahead and start planning for next year. You see, one thing I've noticed is that come December 26th, all the Christmas items go on clearance at the stores. So what you should be doing when you're going through and checking all your equipment, when you find strands of lights with bulbs burned out, when you find you need another long extension cord, if you want another timer, if you saw some decorations on a neighbor's house that you thought might be cool to try on your property, make notes. Go ahead and make lists of the things you need, and then come the end of the season, you can get all the different decorations and supplies you need at a discounted rate. Another thing not to forget is the plastic clips you put on your roof to hold the Christmas lights when you go up there. Those things break constantly, so go ahead and on December 26th, 27th, go ahead and get another bag of those things so you're ready next year and don't have to worry about it. Number 5, finally, is just a little observation that I had, but look into LEDs. I found that LEDs are brighter and they don't get hot, and since they use less electricity, 1, that'll cut down on your electric bill, and 2, it'll allow you to get more stuff on one circuit. Not that I'm telling you to cram as much as you can onto one outlet, but I found I wanted to put a strip of Christmas lights across the roof of my house. And when I did the math, I found that using regular incandescent Christmas bulbs, I could only plug about 10 or 11 into one strip before I tripped the breaker. However, with LEDs, I found that I could fit something like over 30 on one outlet. Now, I didn't need nearly that much. I think I only needed like 15 or 16, but it was something I was able to do with LEDs that I couldn't have done with normal incandescent bulbs. So just a little thought. LEDs have come down a lot in price recently. They've become more mainstream. They're in a lot greater variety of Christmas decorations out there. So next time you're in the store looking around, if you see some lights that you like, see if there's an LED alternative. That might be a better bet for you. So that's it. That's our collection of tips for decorating your house for Christmas. I hope you find that helpful. Now, obviously, this isn't a comprehensive list. There's a lot of safety things that I didn't go over. You can find a lot of that information online. This was just kind of a quick overview, few little tips that I've learned over the years that I thought you might be able to use. So if you have any thoughts, ideas, questions, comments, you can email us at yardcast@gmail.com. You can also get cool tips and everything by following us on Twitter at Yardcast1. And that's pretty much our episode. So you guys have a great holiday, and thanks for joining us.